Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank you all for joining us in this event today. My name is Naji Ukaily. I'm in the security industry for the last 11 years. I've joined Cisco in early 2014 as a cybersecurity lead, and since then I've had the pleasure to work closely with our customers as a trusted security advisor, helping them building a robust strategy around security that will help them not only defend themselves against the cyber criminals, but also to respond to security incidents in a timely manner. It's a pleasure being here with you today, talking about the cybersecurity for the digital economy. The main driver actually behind this huge focus on security is related to the fact that the world is transforming into the digitization era. It's the IoT and IoE. Why not? And it's a $19 trillion opportunity for our customers to take advantage of. We've been talking about smart homes, now we're talking about smart cars. 90% of the cars will be connected to the internet by 2020. Smart cities in general, the BYOD, we are accessing our information, our data on any device, anywhere in this world and at any time. So it's really hard to think of anything that will not be connected to the internet in the near future. Today, we have 15 billion devices connected, with a projection of that number increasing to 50 billion by 2020 and 500 billion by 2030. It's an exponential growth, and we are moving there so fast. So if you think about it, all the organizations, the companies, and actually countries are bringing all their business processes online. And this new business model is creating a very big opportunity for the companies and a competitive advantage also for the organizations. However, the industry that is benefiting the most from the digitization is the hacking industry. And it's a very big business. It is estimated to be anywhere between $500 billion and $1 trillion on a yearly basis. And the players in this market have changed also. Today we are talking about hacktivists, we're talking about nation states, organized cybercrime, syndicates, and they are well organized, well motivated, and very well funded because it's a very profitable business for them. And on top of that, the sophistication also of the attacks have also changed. Today, the malware itself has become also more sophisticated. With the rise of polymorphic malwares, the customers are facing tens of thousands of new malware per hour. And the hackers cannot, or the customers cannot keep up with these hacks. And I'm sorry, so also I would like to mention that the ransomware business is estimated to reach $1 billion this year. It's not like it didn't exist before, but it's proliferating. And unfortunately, our customers in the Middle East are facing a lot of ransomware attacks in this region, and this is really alarming. So, to keep up with these attacks, the organizations must adopt different security strategies. Because in order to deal with these challenges, we used to handle our security problems by buying new boxes. So if you have a problem, you buy a box. If you have a lot of problems, you buy a lot of boxes. So we end up having 40 to 60 different security solutions that do not integrate, do not interoperate, do not talk to each other. And managing these security solutions is extremely difficult. And finding the right expertise to manage, operate, maintain, and integrate all these security solutions is extremely difficult. And on top of that, this creates security gaps, actually, and visibility blind spot for the hackers to exploit and achieve their objectives by hiding their attacks. And these point-in-time solutions also create a lot of logs and events, and not necessarily all of them are relevant. So large organizations, on an average, receive 17,000 alerts per week, which has proven that 19% of those attacks are reliable. And the cybersecurity team has only time to investigate 4% of these attacks. So the longer the threat remains undetectable, the longer the damage is. And the industry average time now to detect a breach is estimated to be 100 days. And this is too long, actually, because by the time you detect the breach, the damage has been done already. So without visibility, without context, without control, it's extremely difficult to combat these challenges. We need a threat protection that works like a fire sprinkler in the building, automatically activating when the threat is real and taking actions to contain the damage. So we need to start adopting technologies that are simple to scale, simple to manage, technologies that are open and automated, be it on the network, endpoint, and cloud, and ties all these technologies with a unified management and an architecture approach. This way only we can decrease our complexity of the network while increasing our security postures and capabilities. So let's take a look at the market trend, I think. Okay, there's a slide missing. So security actually now is on top of the mind of the executives. Digitization and security are top priorities for the executives. It's estimated that 4 out of 10 traditional players will be displaced by the digital disruption in the next 5 years. And 48% of the executives are concerned about security. And 41% are much more concerned about security than 3 years back. So it's crucial to think about security as a critical boardroom discussion, because it's not an IT issue anymore. It becomes a critical and a risk management issue that has a very big impact, not only on the financial side, but also on the reputation, on the PR, on the legal, on the organization as itself. And the CIO also should be involved in those boardroom discussions to help identifying the challenges, to help mitigate the risk, and outline the business implications. Taking a look at the security market at job trends, so with the rise of continuous attacks, the demand for security engineers will be extremely high. There's an estimate that there will be a shortage of 1.5 million cybersecurity engineers by 2019. And the organizations are facing not only staffing shortages, but also expertise shortages. So 26% of the organizations are facing staffing shortages, while 35% of the organizations are facing expertise shortages. And that also creates a very big opportunity for the IT professionals who acquire cybersecurity skills. It is estimated that the cybersecurity professional job market is growing 12 times the rate of the overall job market and 3 times the rate of the security or the IT in general. And due to this huge demand on security, the cybersecurity professionals are earning 9% higher salaries than any other IT positions. And it's considered number 8 on the list of top 100 jobs for 2016. So we need to start perceiving security in a different mindset, because when security is done right, it becomes as a business enabler and a growth engine for the organizations. And having a solid and a well-protected digital platform allows you to go faster with the speed of the business. And the best analogy to describe that is race cars and brakes. So if you think about it, the reason race cars have brakes is to allow them to go faster, because having the right control at the right time will allow you to go faster with the rest of the time. And security is just like that. So the path to effective security requires us to start thinking about these 3 key pillars: the integration, the consolidation, and the automation. The security experts suggest that the need for adaptive solutions will lead to significant changes in the way security industry will be perceived in the next 5 years. We will see industry consolidation and movement towards the integrated threat defense architecture that can provide context, control, visibility, and intelligence across many solutions. The detection and response framework will allow faster response to detect known and emerging threats. And core to this architecture is a visibility platform that delivers contextual awareness. And it must be automatically updated and continuously updated to detect threats and correlate global and local intelligence to optimize the defenses. And local intelligence will help us having context on the infrastructure, while the global intelligence will correlate the detected events and indicator of compromise for further analysis and shared response. This is the direction the security vendors should follow and adopt in order to help our end users defend themselves against the increasingly sophisticated attacks. However, adopting an integrated threat defense will require more coordination and more cooperation between all the security vendors. And this is why Cisco is committed to openness, open platform and open architecture and open source code whenever available, like Snort, ClamAV, and Open App ID. And we have our PX Grid interface that allows us to integrate with other products. And we highly believe that we must integrate and interoperate with other security vendors for us to be able to provide effective network defenses for our customers. This is the security strategy. Cisco is investing more than $500 million in our research and development on a yearly basis, delivering security everywhere. This is the architecture approach and driving it across the extended enterprise. The Cisco vision on security everywhere is driven by the best of breed security solutions, coupled with our services and our partner services working together to provide a full security solutions to our customers and help them defend themselves against increasingly sophisticated attacks. And what makes Cisco's vision on this unique is that we have the brightest talent in the market that are innovative technology and developing technology and helping customers scale. We have the best of breed portfolio and an integrated architecture approach working together to provide the best protection possible for our customers. And all of this defense in depth capabilities actually came from visibility, or starts with visibility, for the simple fact that you cannot protect what you cannot see. And at Cisco, visibility comes in two flavors, global and local. From a global visibility perspective, we need to know what's happening on the outside world. We need to have visibility across all the attack vectors. And for that, we have Talos, which is a group of 250 researchers and analysts that are taking information from the network, from the endpoint, from the cloud, from the internet, and leverage machine learning and incredible human intelligence and data analytics to identify what's good and what's bad and what needs to be protected. And from a local visibility perspective, I need to know what's happening in my network. What type of patches do I have in my network? What application is connected to what users? And on top of that, I need to know what are the devices connecting, the operating system they're using, the services. So by seeing more, we can learn more about your environment, apply collective security intelligence, and ultimately adapt and tune defenses and making better decisions when protecting your network, devices, and data. So with Cisco Talos and our innovative technologies, we have managed to reduce the time to detect a breach from the industry average time of 100 days into less than 24 hours, 17.5 to be exact. And we define the time to detect is the window of time between the first observation of an unknown file and the determination of that same file as a malware. And we continue to invest millions of dollars to reduce that time further to less than 1 hour, because you cannot imagine the amount of damage a hacker can do in such a little time. So in closing, I would like to highlight that the majority of the organizations are spending 90% of their time and budget trying to prevent an attack, and only 10% to respond to these attacks, whereas it should be a 60-40% ratio. And this is what Gartner has to say about the future of security in the next 5 years, stating that the network security architects should accept the reality that in 2016, it's unreasonable to expect that they can build perimeter defenses that will block every attack and prevent every security breach. Instead, they need to adopt new products and services that will allow the network to be an integral part of a strategy that focuses on detecting and responding to security incidents. And this is what Cisco has been investing $7 billion in the last 3 years, adopting a threat-centric approach, an integrated approach, to provide our customers the ability to defend themselves before, during, and after an attack. Thank you so much.